Alabama. Hannah is putting herself through college working as a makeup artist. This 21-year-old fashion marketing student founded the Spread Love campaign, supplying hundreds of toys to hospitalized children. Alabama. Alaska.
Joe Ellen is a first-grade teacher at one of the 10 most diverse elementary schools in the nation. This 25-year-old played competitive ice hockey for 8 years and has been a part of 2 state championship teams. Alaska.
Arizona. Savannah is a summa cum laude graduate of Pepperdine University. This 22-year-old speaks 3 languages and plans to get her Juris Doctor and practice entertainment law, possibly as a trial attorney. Arizona. Arkansas.
Savannah has been teaching herself how to play piano by watching YouTube videos. This 24-year-old is pursuing her Juris Doctor degree and plans to represent nonprofit organizations in the future. Arkansas.
California. Erica set her sights on working for Google, and 9 interviews later, they offered her a job. This 27-year-old's goal is to become a director or VP for the company and drive strategic impact across the organization. California. Colorado.
Madison is a subcontractor for a roofing and exteriors company and has quadrupled her finance goals in under a year. This 26-year-old graduated college with a 3.9 GPA while working 40 hours a week. Colorado.
Connecticut. Acacia is an on-air analyst and sports broadcaster and was once an internationally ranked ballroom dancer. Her biggest passion is horses, and she's proud to be the national spokeswoman for the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance. Connecticut. Delaware.
Jolisa volunteers for a nonprofit organization that specializes in school-based gardening programs. This 24-year-old is passionate about traveling and has already been to 15 countries, financing each trip herself. Delaware.
District of Columbia. Cordelia aged out of foster care at 21 years old and got her master's degree just a year later. This 26-year-old has since founded Acts of Random Kindness, working with children to break the cycle of poverty. District of Columbia. Florida.
Nicolette enjoys pageantry because she loves seeing women being supported of other women. This 22-year-old former tomboy created an organization called Empower Her to help women use adversity to build confidence. Florida.
Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, and Florida. Georgia. Katerina started her own successful cosmetics company at 19 and now helps fund underprivileged female entrepreneurs. This 21-year-old accounting student hopes to obtain her CPA to continue growing her business. Georgia. Hawaii.
Lexi makes homemade beeswax bags and wraps to replace and reduce plastic waste in her state. This 20-year-old ukulele player was a varsity canoe paddler in high school, winning top state honors. Hawaii.
Idaho. Shelby grew up watching Miss USA every year and dreamt of being one of the women walking across this very stage. This 25-year-old used to weigh over 200 pounds, but is now proud to lead a much healthier lifestyle. Idaho. Illinois.
Alexander works with teens who struggle with eating disorders and body dysmorphia. This 24-year-old former Miss Teen USA contestant was a dancer for 13 years and enjoys weight training and running 5K races. Illinois.
Indiana. Tate volunteers with an organization that helps abused and neglected children find a new home. This 21-year-old has been involved in equestrian training for over 19 years and enjoys barrel racing and roping cattle in her spare time. Indiana. Iowa.
Bailey wants to see society's perfect body image thrown out the window. This 21-year-old former fashion model says it took her a long time to realize she didn't have to look a certain way to feel empowered and confident. Iowa.
Kansas. Alyssa is currently studying political science at Whittier College. This 21-year-old has set her sights on eventually standing behind America's most predominant podium as the future White House press secretary. Kansas. Kentucky.
Jordan is a freelance math tutor who can design car parts using online 3D software. This 22-year-old is currently a senior in college, studying mechanical engineering in the honors program. Kentucky.
Louisiana. Victoria had open heart surgery as a newborn and has a permanent metal clamp on her heart. This 26-year-old is the first person in her family to graduate college, and she's proud to currently work as a nurse in her local emergency room. Louisiana. Maine.
Lexi plans to be a biologist for the United States Interior one day. This 23-year-old has traveled throughout Europe and is currently working on her diving certification for a future scuba trip to the Great Barrier Reef. Maine.
Georgia. Hawaii. Idaho. Illinois. Indiana. Iowa. Kansas. Kentucky. Louisiana. And Maine. Maryland. Mariella's biggest goal in life is to travel the world helping those in need. This 23-year-old is off to a great start as she recently took her first mission trip to Puerto Rico so she could help those affected by Hurricane Maria. Maryland. Massachusetts.
Kelly promotes female empowerment through an advocacy group she founded. This 28-year-old was a competitive figure skater for 15 years, winning several competitions and appearing in televised ice shows. Massachusetts.
Michigan. Elise is a self-proclaimed computer geek who taught herself HTML coding at just 8 years old. This 26-year-old plans to use her information technology degree to provide coding consulting to major automotive companies. Michigan.
Minnesota.
In December, Kat earned a degree in biology with an emphasis in pre-medicine from Baylor. This 23-year-old currently works in the medical industry and plans to eventually work in the dermatology field. Minnesota.
Mississippi.
Madeline graduated high school at the top of her class and a year early. This 21-year-old currently maintains a 3.9 grade point average at Troy University, where she is a biomedical sciences major. Mississippi.
Missouri.
Mariah Jo volunteers with Big Brothers Big Sisters. As the daughter of a foster child and the sister of an assault victim, this 25-year-old has witnessed firsthand the need to empower and mentor high-risk teens. Missouri.
Montana.
Grace has a master's degree in social work and is currently a child protection specialist. This 27-year-old was voted best athlete in high school, where she was an all-state in both basketball and volleyball. Montana.
Nebraska.
Lex is a former D1 track star. This 25-year-old's company, Flex, brings health and fitness directly to consumers by making workout meal prep simple and accessible via an app on their phone. Nebraska.
Nevada.
Tiana currently works for Top Rank Boxing. This 26-year-old says that spending so much time around champion caliber boxers has taught her a lot about hard work and dedication. Nevada.
New Hampshire.
Alexis encourages children to love themselves regardless of their hair texture. This 22-year-old used to get her hair chemically straightened because it was different, but has proudly worn it natural for the past 4 years. New Hampshire.
Maryland. Massachusetts. Michigan. Minnesota. Mississippi. Missouri. Montana. Nebraska. Nevada. And New Hampshire. New Jersey.
Manya studied tropical marine biology in Bali, and her research assignments required daily scuba diving. This 21-year-old had a stem cell internship at Harvard, and her work has since been published in medical journals. New Jersey.
New Mexico.
Alejandra has a master's in accounting and currently provides accounting services to small and mid-sized businesses. This 26-year-old founded a nonprofit that teaches children the importance of being financially literate. New Mexico.
New York.
Florinda has a degree in forensic psychology and is now taking prerequisites to become a physician's assistant. This 27-year-old is a portrait artist and a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. New York.
Carolina.
Chesley has both a Juris Doctor and MBA from Wake Forest University. This 28-year-old civil litigation attorney also does pro bono work to get reduced sentences for people who were imprisoned unjustly. North Carolina.
North Dakota.
Samantha is passionate about advocating for inclusion and acceptance. This 22-year-old's dream job is to teach children with special needs, and she's one step closer to making that dream a reality after recently earning her education degree. North Dakota.
Ohio.
Alice has 10 years of vocal training and has performed in over 30 musicals. This 21-year-old's goal is to work with a lifestyle company that combines multiple platforms, including blogging, e-commerce, and social media. Ohio.
Oklahoma.
Triana was a Division I heptathlete, meaning she competed in 7 different events per track meet. This 26-year-old was an honor student athlete, earning a degree in psychology while being named a second-team Big 12 All-American. Oklahoma.
Oregon.
Natalie once traveled to Europe to study fashion and architecture. This 28-year-old currently works at the Nike World Headquarters as part of a team dedicated to creating volunteer opportunities. Oregon.
Pennsylvania.
Kaylin is a first-generation American and former professional ballerina. This Spanish-speaking 27-year-old used to work as a guest host and style expert on the Home Shopping Network. Pennsylvania.
Rhode Island.
Nicole was bullied over her weight growing up, so she's an advocate for living a healthy lifestyle. This 23-year-old adrenaline junkie has been skydiving in San Diego, paragliding in the Swiss Alps, and whitewater rafting in Croatia. Rhode Island.
New Jersey. New Mexico. New York. North Carolina. North Dakota. Ohio. Oklahoma. Oregon. Pennsylvania. And Rhode Island. South Carolina.
Mackenzie is a nursing student at Clemson University. This 21-year-old plans to eventually thrive in a level 1 hospital as a trauma nurse while working in high-pressure situations to save lives. South Carolina.
South Dakota.
Abigail was captain of her high school volleyball team, earning all conference honors. This 22-year-old is an advocate for endometriosis awareness after suffering from the disorder and receiving several misdiagnoses. South Dakota.
Tennessee.
Savannah is a graduate of Belmont University, where she triple majored in international business, marketing, and Spanish. This 25-year-old beekeeper was one of the youngest women to ever work for the U.S. House of Representatives. Tennessee.
Texas.
Alea takes impressions of patients' teeth as an orthodontic assistant. This 23-year-old plans to enter a PhD program with the ultimate goal of becoming a professor of literature and a published author. Texas.
Utah.
Amanda once struggled with an eating disorder, so she now volunteers with an organization providing resources to those who still need help. This 23-year-old actress and model was once a stand-in for Scarlett Johansson. Utah.
Vermont.
Bethany is a future dance therapist who's been training to become a Rockette for 4 years. This 20-year-old athlete was once named Most Valuable Player after her team won the state basketball championship. Vermont.
Virginia.
Courtney joined the Army when she was 17 years old. Now 22, this fifth-generation military member currently serves as a psychological operations specialist in the United States Army Reserve, working to lower the veteran suicide rate. Virginia.
Washington.
Evelyn works as a commercial fisherman in Alaska during the summer months. This 27-year-old has her own set net business that caught over 100,000 pounds of fish in just its first year of operation. Washington.
West Virginia.
Haley hosts a real estate and home design show. This 24-year-old recently founded her own consulting business that specializes in building self-confidence and communication skills. West Virginia.
Wisconsin.
Danica was presented with the Community Achievement Award by Major League Baseball. In conjunction with the honor, this 22-year-old had the opportunity to toss out the first pitch at a Milwaukee Brewers game. Wisconsin.
Wyoming.
Addison was a competitive dancer for 15 years, which she says helped her to become a disciplined young woman. This 19-year-old plans to either go to law school one day or open a clothing shop that will revolutionize fashion in her home state. Wyoming.
South Carolina. South Dakota. Tennessee. Texas. Utah. Vermont. Virginia. Washington. West Virginia. Wisconsin. And Wyoming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our swimsuit competition. Let's give all the contestants another big round of applause. These women have been working very hard here at Reno Tahoe all week long, but that doesn't mean they haven't had time to squeeze in a little fun in the greatest place in the world. Also, check this out.